The landscapes of our lives are for learning, where experience is our teacher. When we gather together to share our resources, we are destined to love and thrive. Good morning, Pierre.
Hey, good morning, Maureen. What are we talking about this morning?
Well, I wanted to talk about something I'm working on, an online program, and also a program that I'm going to use for in-person group sort of workshops, and it's called Becoming ResponseAble.
Yeah, I love your way. I love your way with words. And if I could just set this up a little bit, I think uh people who have been listening to the podcast know that Maureen's a mental health counselor, um and one of the cool things and where this podcast sort of fits in is her website and platform for making things more accessible to people outside of the one-on-one in-office therapeutic context. So you're building this program about response able. I love that. What does that mean? And tell us about the program.
Well, I don't know. What does it say to you when I say becoming response-able? Like
Oh,
off,
you're so funny.
what is it
You're
for you?
such a good teacher in the Socratic method. And so, all right, I'll play the game. Response able. Well, I can tell you that I have been in stressful situations, and they're not the lion charging out of the woods. I'm pretty good with those. But where there's just a chronic situation, and somehow uh, my mental health or whatever, I just don't think of something quite obvious that would be important to do, like reach out for help or be able to construct a response in certain situations. And for me, self-disclosure, those situations have been interpersonal and they kind of build up over a period of time. And and so I guess that segues into your mental health program.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you very
no,
much. I'll take my fee later. Go ahead.
no, that's exactly it. It's how we respond to our experiences. And obviously that includes understanding the stress response system of our mind body being as animals and humans, right? That response system of the automatic reactivity of the stress response system, like tiger's chasing me, run away, and then calm down after, right? That would be a response that's automatic.
Mhm.
Also, being more response able is number one, knowing that's a thing for you, like the education about the nervous system and the way it works, but also the other piece being mindfulness and understanding how your thinking and your beliefs figure into constructing these responses. So
Mhm.
it's automatic behavior, but it's also very conscious, intentional choice making that makes up your ability to respond to your experiences. And so that's the response able word. And then we
Right.
have the becoming word. And I'm gonna do it again with you. When you think of the word becoming,
Yeah.
what does that mean? This is kind of like a word practice.
It is a word practice. It's so interesting. And I just want to point out for, you know, well, to myself, who is very slow learner and dim-witted, that response able is the same word as responsible, right? It's
Yeah, but there we'll talk about the responsible with the I after.
oh, right. Well, I'm dim-witted, right? It is a different word.
Yes.
Okay. So anyway, there's yeah, okay. Well, becoming. Well, we're going to lose the word practice on this one because you're talking to a ridiculously, hopelessly romantic individual here. So becoming is somebody who is charming and somebody who looks nice and somebody who walks in the room with a lovely dress. And it just so happens that I instantly turn into Fred Astaire and that person is Ginger Rogers. I mean, that's becoming to me.
Yeah, cool. Well, I can connect that, even though it's
Oh
not,
my God,
even though
Maureen.
it's not the sense I mean it, that's okay. I can still, well, if you, I think, be able to respond in the ways that I just talked about, would probably make you more attractive and more becoming to another human. If you are someone who's able to regulate and be in control and make good choices and live with intention, that's probably going to be very becoming and attractive to other humans. So there I can connect that.
Right. So, is your understanding of becoming, well, what is your understanding of becoming? Please
It,
tell us.
yeah, it's so we're energy, right? Like our mind body
We
systems,
are.
we're
We
energy.
are.
What
Yeah.
is energy? Energy is always movement. It's movement, right? It's constant
Right.
change.
Hmm.
So we talk a lot about being responsible and being a human. But if we're always energetic processes, we're always in a state of change.
Hmm.
And we're always in a state of becoming. So it connotes movement.
Oh, I
And in
get
that
it.
way it's hopeful. It's, it's neuroplasticity, it's change and process orientation.
I like it. What I understand from what you just said, we talk about being, and it connotes an end state, like that we can hold that or we go to that, and it's a place. But the becoming as a continuous process of life is the constant change, and you have to live with that. It's very much like meditation, where you might be meditating for a nanosecond and then the rest of the time you're not, and then you are, and then you are, and you just have to live with that. You're
Right.
just
The comings
not
and
gonna.
goings, right?
Yeah.
The thoughts come, the thoughts go, the sensations come, they go. We're experiencing, right? Like
Nice.
it's a continual.
So this program that you have, Becoming Response Able,
Mhm.
um will you be rolling that out, and how and where and for whom?
Yeah, I'm working on it. I have a website
Okay.
far that's not published yet, called Becoming Response able.com, where
Right.
I will have this program, which I call a mental health education and training program. Um, and it's divided into 7 parts. It's going to be a series of videos, that will
Cool.
go along with the interactive presentation, um, to teach people how to become response able, and to end with your earlier reference to, is it the same word as responsible?
Right.
Yes, it is. It's a play on that word.
Right.
Your the gist of it and the purpose is for people to take personal responsibility for their mental health and wellness through empowering education. And it's empowering because one of the ways the medical system works now is, and the cultural narrative about what health means, I think we've been taught that health means an absence of pain, right? And like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
get me to an absence of pain, make the hurting stop, and that's when I'll be healthy. There'll be nothing
Yeah.
wrong.
Valiant, please.
But
Right.
that's really not a good definition of what health is. Health is energetic balance, and it's process oriented, as I was saying before. So taking responsibility, kind of taking personal agency into understanding that you do have resources to manage your experiences, all of them, and sort of welcoming the entire range of experience that includes pain. What is the process of becoming responsible and healthy? And it's an energetic balance, it's a pendulum, it's a continuum. So to take responsibility also gives you purpose and meaning for your life. And the final part is that if you can take responsibility for what you can, control what you can, right? The serenity prayer.
Right.
Then you can work with other providers who are the experts in different things. And when you're trying to perform maintenance on yourself, you go to
Right.
maintenance repair people who do know something, but you
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 have
are
to be
being more
responsible.
right, you're being more responsible for knowing yourself as much as you can so that you can collaborate with providers, not depend on them to know everything about you and give you the answers to make your pain go away. So
I
it's
love
a
that.
whole
Love.
different definition of mental health.
Well, I think obviously because I'm doing this podcast with you, that you're in the vanguard of this new view on health and leading the charge. So this is just a preview into the Response Able program that you're going to roll out in the future. And thank you so much. I think it's great.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm going to do workshops about it. You know, I'll have the online course, and it's basically for teenagers and parents, but anybody could do it.
Well, we'll tell our thousands of viewers and about this, and I'm so glad we teed it up to let people know it's coming.
Yeah, I'm excited
Probably
about it.
have some advanced ticket sales for this.
Yeah, it's a
Um,
culmination of all
anyway,
my work. I think it's the last thing I'm going to make, and then
mm,
that's it. Riding into the
okay,
sunset after this.
okay, all right. I'm Pierre from Yoga Heals. Thanks for being with us this morning. Who are you?
Maureen from Landscapes for Learning. Learn to live and live to learn.
That's so beautiful. Peace through grace, my friends. Peace through grace.